there somewhere. Now, possibly you can tell me just what it is that's brought us together.
Ocelot can tell you. He has photographs of the important items. But don't ask him how I got hold of them.
The treasure dates back to ancient Greece, and some items are from the Roman Empire.
This was part of the treasure. A bust of Aphrodite. A bronze of Eros. Tablets had come from Corinth. Other valuable pieces of art. They were recovered early in 1900 off Tunisia when some divers found the remains of an ancient Roman cargo boat.
But some of the objects disappeared before the authorities could confiscate everything. What at least of the relics is in the cave up there.
This one.
A small statue of Achilles holding a large shield of solid gold covered with some of the most valuable gems of ancient times.
I wish we could use that shield to protect us from whatever's in that cave up there.
That cargo boat which the divers found was supposed to contain the treasure taken from the sacking of Athens in 86 BC.
Oh, but somehow it was brought up here.
Yes, one night, two of the divers brought some of the pieces. Then one diver killed the other, took one of the pieces, and later sold it.
To Krakow's contact?
No, he sold the object to two smugglers who made plans to auction it to art collectors. The diver also told the smugglers the location of the rest of the treasure, but then came World War II, and they decided to leave the treasure where it was.
Then they drew a map, tore it in half, and made sure they were the only ones who knew where the treasure was buried. Then the diver was murdered.
What brought the three of you together to look for this treasure?
One of the smugglers had been killed during an air raid. He had the map on him. A French soldier found it and took the half of the map.
That's when Ocelot and I ran into Andre. We were all searching for that Frenchman.
But then we went about it in different ways. You see, I've had my part of the map for about 10 years. I went tracing treasure rumors throughout Greece till I came to this place.
Krakow found the other smuggler hiding in Italy, biding his time before returning to Greece.
And to whom does this treasure go?
Why, to the finders, Dorman, Andre, and myself. It's no more than we deserve. We had it rough during the war. We lost everything, but we fought.
And now we've grown too soft. Me, I'm too old and slow to beat this enemy.
It's not an enemy. It's more a legend that was simply passed down to us. Passed from generation after generation.
But that treasure in there has been my life's work. Nothing else matters, Calliope. There is nothing else.
You lived through terrible battles and came out of the war safely. And you are healthy and have many more years. Don't let the cave rob you of them. There are so many things in life more valuable. Yes, more than treasure.
Calliope, you're a wise woman.
Yes, you're right, Calliope. There is more than treasure. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to leave, Mr. Ocelot. I'm sorry. The girls can come along as well as Dorman. He'll need some care. You and the professor can come with us. There's room for everybody.
When we get to Athens, we can figure out a plan of action against this invisible destructive force.
Yes, we must. Here we don't have any firearms.
You'll see, Calliope. I'll be back.
You'll go back to the cave. But heed what I said. There's more to life than this.
Well, good night, Maria.
Good night, Sophia.
Good night.
Poor Stravos. Maybe we've been hearing the spirits of those who've been killed in the chase for the treasure.
You sound like Calliope.
She's a brave woman, and she makes sense to me.
Calliope has her faith to overcome her fear. I have only my lust for treasure to overcome mine.
The power of the unknown and the unseen. But now that we know it exists, maybe the sound of it won't frighten us as much as before.
If we're this jumpy, you can imagine how nervous the girls are.
My uncle won't allow making up. He says I'm too young to use it.
Oh, putting on cream is for both young and old. Have to look good in the morning.
Pete, well, he's very handsome, don't you think?
Yeah, and he's also very nice. And I think he likes you.
Really?
Oh, yes.
I'll be in the room next to the kitchen. Call me if you need anything, Mr. Dorman.
Thank you, Calliope. You're being very kind. The leg is burning.
You'll soon be to a doctor. Then you'll be all right.
I'm sorry we involved you in this.
No reason to be sorry. You offered me a good amount of money, and I accepted.
You didn't quite figure on all of this.
What I really don't like is being locked up in here.
Somebody is going to press a button. And when the lunatic does, everybody will be living in caves with death outside waiting for them.
Come on. You're feeling too pessimistic, huh?
Yes, I feel ashamed to be afraid like this.
Here's nothing to be ashamed of. It can be overcome.
But I'm unable to fight whatever it is, and it makes me feel so helpless.
What is it? You're unable to sleep, huh?
I thought I heard a strange noise.
I hope it wasn't that thing that you heard.
Oh, I certainly hope I don't hear that terrible thing. Tell me, how was Mr. Dorman?
He's fine, Maria.
Athens seems to be so far away tonight.
I'd be happy if I were just a mile from here. Or at least where people's lives are normal.
Yesterday I thought about my business, that's all. As you know, I was full of big plans to get rich. And now I'm sorry I didn't pay a lot more attention to other things.
More important things like dancing, flowers, books, and music.
That's right, yes. I'm beginning to realize how much there can be in life if one just opens his eyes. And somebody around to share it all with you. Maria, did you ever have somebody?
I never remained long enough in one place to meet anyone. And I was orphaned when I was 9. Then my uncle became father and mother. Then we began chasing the treasure.
I'll bet it was pretty rough. I've been lucky. I have my parents. My parents and 2 brothers.
Uncle Andre has meant well, been so considerate. But I'm sure I must be a burden to him.
When we get to Athens, I want you to meet my family. Then we'll go dancing, swimming, and take a A walk in the park.
Oh, I'm sure I'm going to like that.
And me?
And we thought that egg had turned to stone. In the explosion in the cave that uncovered this egg, there must have been another like it. And the other one could have rolled into a corner and hatched immediately.
So what killed Stravos and came after us might have grown from something like that?
It comes from a prehistoric age. We already know that. They lay unhatched for thousands of years, maybe even millions, until the day when we or I accidentally blasted them loose.
But why can't it be seen?
I don't know. Maybe it absorbs the color of its background as protection and becomes invisible immediately.
I'll make coffee.
Thank you, Calliope.